And a lot of style and a lot of confidence coming off the Kings bus earlier on. We'll see if their performance matches their look. And the game arrival, sponsored by Express. Dress like a pro. There below is Barclays Center and the borough of Brooklyn, where there's never a dull moment. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us on 2K Sports. NBA action is coming up. With Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. And joining us on the sidelines, another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. DA, take it away.
De'Aaron Fox talked about his mentality on the court. You put the ball in his hands, he says, I'm going to take over the game. It doesn't have to be scoring, just always attacking. Always. You got to be a dog. Don't back down from anyone. Kevin, I know you're a dog. Back to you.
We sure do, and with his quickness, a scary combination. Thank you, DA. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. Take a look at the Kings, lurking in the basement of the conference for the time being. They're not pleased with their performance so far this season.
Yeah, you know, for the Kings, they've had such a disappointing season. Even when they've gotten a little bit of momentum, they haven't been able to keep it going.
It just feels like they're sputtering right now. Every time you think they've turned the corner, they really haven't.
Now Sacramento's starting five. Fox at the point with Hield to his side. They're the backcourt. Richaun Holmes out there with Bagley. And it's Bogdanovich in at the three. And for Brooklyn, we've got Wilson Chandler. Irving is out there with Joe Harris. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. And it's KD in at the small forward position. Now, here is Irving. Chandler outside. There's the three. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game. Early on, players vying for larger roles and more minutes. And Doris, always interesting to see how all of that materializes.
Yeah, Kev, I think unless you have a veteran team who's maybe been in the playoffs and established themselves, there's nothing set in stone yet. Obviously, guys are looking to prove themselves from the very moment that ball is tipped up in the air. And who gets a rhythm early? Who starts off strong? Let's see.
I'm looking forward to it as well. Here's KD, following the basket by Buddy Hield. KD goes in. Well, great to see KD back on the court. That heartbreaking moment where he went down in Game 5 of the 2019 Finals. Wow, so hard, Greg, to watch.
And KD clearly gave everything he had to try and win in the finals. Warriors fans appreciate his efforts. Softened the blow as he left for the Nets. The Warriors ownership already promising to retire Durant's number up in the rafters.
Now here is Harris, following the missed shot by De'Aaron Fox.
Well, you put it away inside. Harris known for his distance shooting, but you love to see him willing to get inside and make easy ones.
Fox passes to Bagley. Kicks to Hield. Kings moving the ball around. Holmes finds Hield. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And really, for a long time, the specter hanging over Buddy Hield was he's the player who was traded for DeMarcus Cousins. Hard billing to live up to, but he has made some giant leaps with his development.
First one falls for him. And Hield has slowly but surely turned himself into one of the elite shooters in the NBA.
And guys, to be as locked in as he is from deep with his height and release is deadly. He's the kind of player who gets better as his teammates get better around him, and he is just now finding his stride.
KD comes with the double team. Again, the miss by the Kings.
Well, you're trying to answer the three, but you force up a shot that he would have been better off passing up.
Inside, here's Jordan. The basket good off the assist from Durant.
And that's another basket for them. They have really come out blazing here in the first.
Pass to Hield. From the line, good as the jump shot falls. Hield's got 6.
Poor design there defensively. They know he's a knockdown shooter from that spot.
That's not coming with the right mentality. The defender neither closes the space nor challenges the shot. That's frustrating as a coach, boy.
Durant No good on that one. And it's the Kings taking it the other way. Last game matchup with the Suns, a tough loss there.
Well, what did them in was all the missed free throws. It could have been a much different outcome.
I thought, Greg, the frustration at the line was evident, and it makes it easy on the defense when you're not capitalizing once they put you at the free throw line.
Shot by Hield, nobody around. Drills it from outside. Hield's got his third bucket of the night. And it's Irving with the ball for Brooklyn. 3-point lead. Launches it. The rebound by Hield. For Sacramento, they've gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. There's the pass to Holmes. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Passes to Jordan. Over Hield. Chandler trying to free himself up. No good with the layup. The Kings trail by 3. Pass to Holmes. And Bogdanovich kicks to Fox. On the wing, Hield. Over Harris. Hield can't hit.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
And it's blocked. Here's Fox. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Bogdanovich passes to Holmes. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And, of course, we'd all like to see his percentage at the line improve, but he just does not have the touch right now. He's in the 60s.
And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. A big group substitution here for Sacramento. Bielitsa, he's checked in for Bagley. Barnes comes in for Bogdanovich. Joseph, he's checked in for Hield. And Yogi Ferrell subbed in for De'Aaron Fox.
You know, the size that Spencer Dinwiddie brings to the point guard position is a problem for defenders. So good at drawing contact.
You know, Doris, at times, he's been the Nets' best player. Spencer Dinwiddie rewarded last season with a 3-year, $34 million extension.
Well, I think he's earned it, Kevin, right? Because he has started for them, he has come off the bench, and to this young man's great credit, he has accepted and excelled in either role. And I'll tell you, it's unusual for a point guard at 6'6". He has done nothing but enhance his versatility.
And it's blocked, and he recovers it. Brooklyn leading by 3. LeVert finds Prince. 1:29 left in the first quarter. Offensive rebound, and he uses both hands to jam it in.
There it is, guys. One of those effort plays that makes a big difference in the game.
And GA, it is definitely making a difference so far today.
No doubt. On the scoreboard, in the body language of the players, you can tell which team is in complete command.
Here's Ferrell after the basket by Brooklyn. Basket good.
How good is Yogi Ferrell at keeping that dribble low to the ground, shake the defender, and get to the cup?
56 seconds left in the first quarter. Dinwiddie passes to Caruch. That one doesn't drop. Good D by Barnes. Pass to Ferrell. Floats one. Rebounded by the Nets. And guys, this is the first they're seeing of Sacramento.
Yeah, and they swept this matchup the 2 times they played last year. They held the advantage on paper and on the court.
Well, a year ago, there was a big gap in talent between the two teams. But changes are always made, and we'll see how they match up this time around.
Here's Joseph. After Taurean Prince's bucket, shot and game clock separated by 5. Ferrell looking around, shoots over Dinwiddie. Ferrell gets the bucket.
This guy's a dependable shooter from just about anywhere. Yogi Ferrell has a pretty looking jumper.
Here's Dinwiddie. Misses from short range.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
And so both teams trading buckets as we end the first quarter. Nets lead by 3. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And from Brooklyn guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
I love the determination. They want to go after every rebound out there, and overwhelming to the opposition right now.
On the court for Sacramento. At small forward and power forward, it's Ariza and Barnes. Corey Joseph is out there with Farrell, and it's Dedmon in at the 5. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, after years and years of rebuilding, the Kings are finally a team on the rise, and they're earning respect. Draymond Green said they've got a lot of young talent, never quit, probably the fastest team in the history of the NBA. Green said after he plays them, I leave the game exhausted. I go home, I'm dead. And Kevin, we know that Green is pretty accustomed to going all out.
David, he sure is. He's got a lot of engine in him. Thank you so much.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
Dinwiddie against Joseph. Here's Allen. Second chance shot, and the layup is up and in. Allen's got his first bucket of the night.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Now here's Barnes. He's guarded closely. Outside, Joseph. Five to shoot. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over.
Just talk about staying under control. Corey Joseph, a seasoned veteran who understands how to score against a tough defender.
And until their playoff run, the Brooklyn Nets weren't a team we thought of as a free agent destination. And Doris, you almost forget that they play in the biggest market in the country.
And Greg, who would have thought that in New York and Los Angeles, arguably the most competent franchises would be the Nets and the Clippers? These are two of the historically dilapidated teams no longer content to play second fiddle in those major markets.
Timeout called by the Kings. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Jordan, he's checked in for Prince. Kevin Durant comes in for Rodions Kurucs. Harris is checked in for Karis LeVert. And Kyrie Irving subbed in for Spencer Dinwiddie. And it's the Kings with the ball. It's stolen by Harris. Allen with it. He's picked up by Ariza. Durant against Bagley. Over Bagley. The shot by KD. No good. And it's Fox with the ball for the Kings. 7-point differential. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Washington, where they'll face the Wizards. That'll be game 2 of 4 straight on the road. Now, here is Irving. He picked up 15 points in their last win against Charlotte.
Well, this guy, Kyrie Irving, just so reminiscent of his idol, Kobe Bryant. He is one of the cold-blooded scorers in the game, an absolute torture for a defender to guard.
And you know, Doris, for both Kyrie and Kobe, each had an urge to step out on his own, you know, to put their fingerprints on a team.
No doubt, Kevin. For Kobe, it was Shaq. For Kyrie, it was LeBron. And think about last season. Kyrie actually called LeBron to apologize. But let's not kid ourselves, right? He is most comfortable in the starring role.
Here's Irving following the basket by Buddy Hield. Irving attacking. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Here's Ariza. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And now just a 3-point Nets lead.
Well, the coach loves this kind of ball movement. Anytime you create something inside the free throw line, you know it's a good look.
Irving for 3. And it's Sacramento with the rebound.
Got his hand out enough on that one to bother the three-point attempt. Great hustle on that one.
You know, we talk about this time and time again, trying to stay connected to shooters along the perimeter. Nicely done.
Now here's Durant. Evan Bagley missing his last shot.
Boy, the strength of Kevin Durant is a thing of beauty. How about the ability to stay under control as he gets bodied?
And here is Hield, 11 points in the game. Fox with it. Back to Hield, just 4 to shoot. Boris, when you watch the game now, bigs playing on the perimeter, who can really defend and hold their own outside the lane you've seen?
Well, you think about a guy at the rim like Clint Capella, who is a great shot-blocking force. But in today's NBA, he's got to be able to guard the pick and roll, make the necessary switch. And because Capella has got great feet and because he can move laterally so quickly, he might be 6'10", 6'11", but he can get out and switch in the pick and roll. It is a thing of beauty to watch.
First free throw is good.
We all know Hield can shoot it, but for him to get better, he's got to keep adding different dimensions to his game.
Wilson Chandler's checked in for Brooklyn. Then for the Kings, Bielitsa comes in for Rashawn Holmes, and it's Bogdan Bogdanovic in for Trevor Ariza. That is good. And the Nets' lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Fox.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
Now, here's Bogdanovic following the miss by DeAndre Jordan, and they take the lead. Bogdanovic has got the lead up to 1 now for Sacramento.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
A wide open look for Durant. That's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession. And now a look at the upcoming schedule for Sacramento. On Sunday, they'll take on John Wall and the Washington Wizards. And then on Monday, they'll be matching up against Gordon Hayward and the Boston Celtics.
And, you know, nobody loves playing on the road, but it does offer a good chance to see exactly what your team is made of. This team is going to find out a lot about itself over the next stretch of games.
A nice shot by KD.
What a pretty look. DeAndre Jordan, to have that kind of touch on your passing, such a quality piece for a big man.
Now, here's Fox. Right now averaging about 5 points a game. And the jam by Kevin Durant.
And that's how to make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered.
29 seconds left now here in the second. Outside, Fox. Back to Hield. Harris on the double team. Just 5 on the clock. For the 3, Bielitsa with the bucket.
Well, for a big man, his stroke is just beautiful, and because of the height, it's so hard to challenge.
Shoots off the step back, and the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. Tie game in Brooklyn. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Kyrie, they got themselves going in the second quarter. How do you get control of the game back?
It starts with not getting the ball out of the net. You know, we got to get stops, and it starts in that end. That's where it's really going to start for us. And we just got to continue to compete. That's all.
Kyrie, thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey folks, welcome back. Ernie Johnson alongside the Jet. That's Kenny Smith. The Diesel, that's Shaquille O'Neal. A lot of big-time action so far in this one. Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. They got their lead up to as many as 8 points in the opening period. They couldn't hold on to the slim lead they had at the start of the second quarter and headed into the locker room with the game all knotted up. And from what we saw so far from the Nets, Kenny, what's your takeaway?
Well, their success was largely about second chance points. They crashed the offensive boards heavy in the first half. I love how they fight for every 50-50 ball like it's the last ball on earth.
Shaq, how do you think Sacramento played?
They were really efficient, great approach offensively. Their shot selection was first rate. They were always working hard to get good looks. That can't change in the second half. They need to be just as well organized as they've been so far.
And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half. About to get underway.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Really an incredible game from Buddy Hield.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. We've got DeAndre Jordan, Wilson Chandler out there with Durant. Then it's Joe Harris. And it's Irving at the 1. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Hield can't hit.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Well, Doris, you knew that his free agency would be one of the biggest stories of the summer. Everyone tried their best to land Kevin Durant.
And even considering the injury, anyone would be willing and able to take Kevin Durant on their roster. Why? Because when he's healthy, you become an immediate contender.
Now, here's Fox. Lets a floater go. Hands with the ball out of bounds. Jordan touched it last. Six to shoot. The Kings need to get off a shot here. Fox dishes to Bagley.
Well, DJ, twice on the pipes. No, sir. Get it out of here. Not a terrific start here in the second half. 4 attempts, nothing to show for it.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, over the last few years, there's been a lot of talk about seeding playoff teams 1 through 16, regardless of conference. Now, taking the top 16 teams is a tough sell, especially for owners whose teams are in the relatively weaker Eastern Conference. Taking 8 teams from each conference and then cross-seeding earlier than the finals is something that does seem possible down the road. The reward for fans might be a finals matchup with the 2 best teams in the league. Kevin?
Interesting ideas, David. Thank you. Here's Hield. Following the basket by Kyrie Irving. Hield, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan. And Doris, you played point guard. What do you like to see from that position?
Well, I'm going to go back to the Showtime Lakers, which was my first team that I adored when I was a kid watching the NBA. And the reality is this, Kevin, I love to see teams play in transition, get out in the open floor. What's better than watching Steph Curry cross half court with a full head of steam and the defender knowing, oh, good God, anything could happen here. He might pull a 3, he might finish in spectacular fashion off the run, or he might find a teammate for a momentum-building 3. Like, get in transition and run, baby.
And the Nets making a change here. Allen's checked in. Then for the Kings, Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Marvin Bagley. Barnes comes in for Bogdan Bogdanovic. And Farrell subbed in for De'Aaron Fox. The Kings trail by 3. Farrell kicks to Hield. Floats one up, and it's sent back by Allen. Durant just inside the line, and Wilson Chandler with the slam.
Listen, this guy is far from just a scorer. Kevin Durant loves to share the basketball.
And here's Farrell. He'll bring it up for the Sacramento Kings. And the pass to Holmes. A 3 from Barnes. Hits it from three-point range. Barnes has got his second bucket of the night.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
Irving finds Allen. Healed with it. Picked up by Harris. Healed, can't hit. Brooklyn's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Now, here is Irving. Guarded closely. And now Sacramento on the break. And then Healed with the dunk.
It almost feels like 2 buckets coming off the steal like it did.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. Taurean Prince, he's checked in for Chandler. Odions Kurucs comes in for Kevin Durant. Karis LeVert's checked in for Harris. And Spencer Dinwiddie subbed in for Kyrie Irving. Then for the Kings, Bjelica. He checks in for Rashawn Holmes. And De'Aaron Fox subbed in for Ferrell. Passes it to Allen. Shot clock at 6. Now, here's Fox. Here's Healed. Good, and a nice assist from Fox. Healed's got the lead up to 2 now for the Kings.
Well, the advantage they have right now is largely based on his play. What an outstanding night.
Kurucs passes to Prince. Healed against LeVert. It's Allen on the wing. Back to LeVert. Can they get it? Good D by Healed. Sacramento's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Perhaps the biggest breakout star last year from the 2017 draft class, De'Aaron Fox. Greg, he was sensational.
Kevin, the difference between a year 1 and a year 2 player was never displayed better than the improvement that Fox showed. His shot, vision, and decision-making all started to catch up to that incredible athleticism.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's on Jared Allen.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
The Kings have put up good numbers at the charity stripe, converting 6 of 7. And the Kings making a change here. Bogdanovich is checked in.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
Fox with the steal. Drops in the breakaway lane.
Timeout.
And the Kings lead by 6.
Yeah, Fox is a dependable defender, always active, and he's really smart in terms of his anticipation and using those hands to come up with steals.
Timeout called the Nets.
Yeah, things not going their way, and he wants to just try to talk this one over.
Well, night in and night out, sometimes it's a battle of runs. Who has the most?
With a break in the action, let's take a peek at the top rebounding teams in the NBA this season. Number 1, the Nets.
They are tenacious when it comes to attacking the backboard. Physical, smart, and determined. No surprise to see them at the top of the ranking.
Dinwiddie against Bjelica. They could use a bucket. It's Dedmon with the rebound.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And I think you can start to feel their frustration mounting. With every missed bucket, it becomes more and more desperate. How good a playmaker are we watching? Always leading, always trying to create for others.
Here's Prince. Back to Dinwiddie. There's 45 seconds left in the third quarter. Up again. Rebound by the Kings. Dedmon's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Pass to Fox. Sacramento moving it around. Pass to Bogdanovich. The pass to Bjelica. Lets it go with a 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from Bogdanovich. Bogdanovich has got his 4th assist in this one. 20 seconds left to play in the third. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Dinwiddie dishes to Allen. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
Well, this is exactly the kind of position you want Jared Allen shooting from, right? He gets excellent position, makes defenders nervous this close. Good job drawing that foul.
Fox looking it over. From deep. And the miss. And so it's Sacramento in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. Defensively, they have had their sights set on Kevin Durant, and they've done a terrific job holding him in check. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. And a look at the 5 for the Kings to start the fourth. Fox and Bogdanovich pair up at the 1 and the 2. Bielitsa is out there with Marvin Bagley. And it's Ariza in at the 3 slot. Now here's LeVert. Here's Dinwiddie. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Spencer Dinwiddie, one of those players that seems to have improved with every passing season. And his numbers back that up. This guy just keeps getting better.
Wilson Chandler's checked in for Jared Allen. And the Kings also making a change. Rashawn Holmes, he's checked in for Bielitsa. Now here's Bogdanovich. Passes it to Fox. Watching the line there, that'll be a backcourt violation. Brooklyn making some changes. Kevin Durant's checked in for Taurean Prince. Joe Harris comes in for Karis LeVert. And Irving subbed in for Spencer Dinwiddie. Irving against Fox. And with that shot, the Kings lead is cut down now to just 4 points with the basket from Irving.
I'll tell you, airtight defense can't be better. But Kyrie Irving, tremendous poise in the face of it.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Now here's Durant. And the jam by Kevin Durant.
How about Kevin Durant on the dribble drive? What to do with this guy? He's got so many ways he can hurt you.
Fox finds Bogdanovich. Holmes down low. Harris is there. Holmes, good.
Well, use the pick and going right to the cup. I love the aggressiveness.
Irving against Fox. Bagley with the block.
And a skilled shot blocker to boot. Love how Bagley uses that height and reach to stifle shooter.
Boy, in that close, he's almost automatic. Boy, that's pretty good defense. Wow.
Here's KD. And then Durant with the dunk.
Oh, reversed it home. That was pretty.
Agreed. The agility on display. 2nd minute off the clock now in the 4th. Harris against Bogdanovich. Now Fox pulls up on the elbow. It's rebounded by Durant. Durant's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
I'll tell you, even though he's not playing his best basketball, the team has played well and picked it up. I love it.
Here's the floater. Bogdanovich, no luck. Nets trailed by 4. Harris passes to Chandler. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Marvin Bagley picks one up.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly. This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the 2nd.
Buddy Hield, he's checked in for Trevor Ariza. outside Fox. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
Now, here is Irving. KD looking around. Oh, and the jam by Durant.
Boy, how about the finish by Kevin Durant? Just gets up with such ease.
Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. Pass to Bogdanovich. On the wing, Hield. And that's out of bounds. Sacramento will retain possession. Harrison Barnes, he's checked in for Bogdan Bogdanovich.
Harrison Barnes.
Holmes kicks to Barnes. But they recover it. Hield against Harris. 5 on the clock. Hield finds Barnes. A second chance effort. Bagley trying to free himself up. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. The Nets on offense. They're on a 13-4 run right now. Here's KD. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. And it's Barnes with the ball for Sacramento. This one for 3. Good on the three-point shot. And the Kings lead by 3.
And you can just see the confidence of Barnes growing, scoring right when they need him.
And Chandler throws it down.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, gotta chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
Yeah, and give him credit for taking advantage. In a close game, those are the types of plays that can swing things in your direction.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento. They lead by 1. We've got 1:55 left to play here in the fourth. Now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Buddy Hield.
And tell you what, he's worked very hard to get himself in good position throughout the course of this game. And that comes across in his shooting percentage. He's hit over half his shots from the field. And that's not because he got hot as much as it's because of the effort he put in to get himself open.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, Luke Walton was just talking about strategy with his team. He told them, hey, guys, this is a close game, but if we execute right here, I like our chances. There's no need for hero ball. Trust one another. Make the simple play. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David.
And nice work at the line. I mean, when the game's this close, you have got to cash in on those opportunities.
KD dishes to Chandler. Back to Durant. Knocked loose and stolen by Barnes. And now Sacramento on the break. Three-pointer, Hield. Good, and a nice assist from Fox. Hield's got 9 points now in just the second half. Irving against Bagley. Fires for 3. And with that shot, the Sacramento lead is cut back down to 3 after the basket from Kyrie Irving.
Man, that is a good one. Kyrie really just comes alive when the game gets tight.
Now here's Barnes. To the left wing. The wide open look here for Fox. And it's Durant with the rebound.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
Irving passes to Jordan. Back to Irving. There's 49 seconds left in the fourth quarter, and the basket is good.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
I'll tell you, it takes confidence to pull the trigger in that situation. You love guys who relish the moment.
Now here's Barnes. Pass to Holmes. Fox kicks to Barnes. He can't get that one. Nice D from Durant. Crucial possession with time ticking down.
He had an opportunity to take the lead on this possession.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock to take the lead. Oh, no good.
Boy, Irving decisive on that drive, gets the foul because of the intensity, taking it to the rack.
He hits the first one, and that ties the game up. And so making both free throws, that'll give them the lead here.
And he's got such a smooth stroke, and it never changes, even in this kind of a high-pressure situation.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento. They're down by 1. 12 seconds left in the game. Bagley finds Barnes. Now the pass to Holmes. Off target from downtown. And so it's Brooklyn who scrapes by with the win. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous finish as they continued to wait out until the very last moment to seal it.
And there are so many times when you see these tight games won at home, that advantage of having that crowd behind you oftentimes is the ultimate X factor.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the... David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time